Okay, hello and welcome to today's edition of Wisdom Lectures. Today we're going to be looking at the electric circuit. In our previous class, we looked at electricity and how we generate electricity, and we know that electricity is the movement, or if you would say, the flow of electrons from one point to another. If an electron moves from point A to point B, then we know that there is electricity. So electricity is the flow of electron from one point to another, and this is, I'm talking about something like this. Okay, see here we have, this is an atom, and we know atom has three subatomic particles: the electrons, the protons, and the neutrons. And in the nucleus of an atom, this is where you find the protons and the neutrons. The protons, the positively charged subatomic particles; the neutrons, the neutrally charged, they don't have a charge, zero charge; and then the electrons that revolve round the nucleus. And the electrons, they need a path to move, which is the circular thing you see here. It is more or less spherical than circular, and these are electrons revolving around them. And if you go by Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, you know that we cannot really catch an electron because electrons are always moving very fast, so we cannot catch them. So the concept of electric circuit is, how do we connect a pathway, so to say, that these electrons that are revolving around this atom will move from this atom to another one. And I told you that electricity is the movement or flow of electron from one point to another. So we want it not just to remain in this atom, we want it to go from this one to another one, to another one, to another one. And that is why when you connect a wire, we say that there is a flow. So it's going from one atom to another, to another, to another, and that is how we have electricity. And the subject of electric circuit is trying to explain to us what are the pathways that the electrons will have to go through so that they will get to the point where we want them to be. And this is another example of what I was trying to explain to you. If you look closely enough, you are going to see in the core of the atom you have the neutrons and you have the protons here, densely populated right around here, and then you have the orbitals, the circular things that I mentioned to you before, and then you have the electrons that are moving around it. The electrons are always revolving right around. You call these orbits, and the electrons, they move right around it. And okay, today's lectures, we are going to be looking at what are the functions and definition of the electric circuit, what are the components of the electric circuit. We are going to be looking at definition of some physical quantities like conductors, insulators, semiconductors. These are components of the electric circuit. And then we want to know about the Ohm's law. How does the Ohm's law relate to the electric circuit?